Hey, dreamers, and welcome to Dreamers Unite, the talk show for dreamers. I'm your host, Sherri Pullum, and I'm grateful and honored that you have come and you are spending time with me. Thank you, Pastor Jackson, for joining me today. And we are going to talk about the Teaneck International Film Festival. You are going to be doing the talkback there for the film Good Trouble, honoring the great and legendary Congressman John Lewis. Can you tell us first a little bit about the man, because you actually met him?
Uh, I met John Lewis on a couple of occasions, one closer than the other one. Once I went on a march down in Selma and he was there, so I just, among thousands of people, I got to shake his hand and that kind of stuff. And then he came to Hackensack a few years ago to support Congressman Josh Gottheimer. And the congressman had asked us to allow him to come to Mount Olive and had a reception. So he was in my office, sat at my desk,
Wow.
greeting people all over. My desk was the usual mess that it is, but he said, leave it alone, it's fine. So it was a wonderful experience just to be up close and personal to him.
Yeah.
And he's I don't know, he signs various books for people or programs. So that was my closest contact with him when he was actually at Mount Olive in my office.
That is a pretty close contact. That's
Yes.
exciting for sure.
Yeah.
One of the things, as he said, if you're going to get into trouble, get in good trouble. And what does
Yes.
that mean to you, to get into good trouble?
Good trouble always means that it's based on justice. On the other side, people talk about law and order. I like law and order, but I don't get excited about law and order because law and order kept my people in slavery. Law and order put people in jail, unnecessarily. What I get excited about is justice for everybody. And good trouble says, I will be arrested for justice. Good trouble will say, Lord, give me the courage to know, give me the wisdom, first of all, to know the difference. And then give me the courage to stand up, not just for law and order. Give me the courage to stand up for justice. That's what makes me love John Lewis and others of the civil rights leaders, because they stood up for justice. They had courage that was backed up by their faith. And they had patience. So that's what it means.
Yeah, well, he talked about in the film, he wanted to be a preacher. And he talked about, I'm sure you've heard too, him
Yeah.
saying
Preaching
that.
to chickens and whatever. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I
When
heard it.
I hear that, right, when I was watching the film, and I thought to myself, Pastor, did you do that? Did you talk to the chickens?
No, I don't remember talking to the chickens, but I
Yeah,
certainly remember being scared to death talking to people.
yeah, yeah. And, one of the things he talked about was suddenly when he lost his fear for, being beaten, the fear of the police, the fear of losing his life, he said that's when he really became free. Can you
Hmm.
speak a little more on that and the man that you know?
I think it was obvious that from somewhere he got courage. It's no matter what kind of leader you are, sooner or later you're going to have to get some courage to face what's coming down the pike that you don't know what's coming down the pike. And certainly, I would never put myself in the category of a John Lewis in terms of the kind of courage and the kind of leadership that he demonstrated over his life that I thank God for. But there are certain people like a Martin Luther King, like a John Lewis, and like a Malcolm X, and like others that have that unusual fear that they get from somewhere. And I'm sure, I can remember Martin Luther King saying that the night when, he was set free from that fear as well. So thank God for them, because they give us all courage. They give us all, a little extra oomph to go out and march, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Because when you go out there, you don't know what's going to happen. You just don't know what's. And the other thing too is you cannot let people define you. there are people right now trying to define the Black Lives Matter movement and trying to make us believe that it's a terrible movement because of who founded it, and some so-called Christians, conservative Christians, who I think it's the same bunch that were talking about Martin Luther King when he was in jail. And it just, to me, is just awful. And so a part of my legacy, I hope, is to help people not to allow other people to define who you are or who your leaders will be.
Yes. Yes. What do you think that religious leaders can do today to kind of unify this country?
Tell the truth, call out liars, and speak from your pulpit about liars, and hopefully allow your character to match your words. And I think that's one of the things that's really needed in our community and in our country.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be claiming that you are for life, you have to be for life, not just white life, for life. And the gospel is the gospel.
Yes. Yes. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we will look forward to seeing you at the Teaneck International Film Festival for the talkback on Good Trouble.
All right.
Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
And I will see you again next time on Dreamers Unite.